whenua o tēnei rohe. Tēnā koutou ko te mea tua rua, ka mihi au ki a koutou, kua tau mai nei I tēnei wā. Nō reira, e nā mana, e nā reo, e nā raurangatira mā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. The Buy Kiwi Made campaign turns 21 years old this year. It was an innovation of the Green Party, established in our 2005 governing arrangement with Labour. The idea was simple. Every day, we get to make choices about the kind of country that we want to build. Some of those choices are big, and some are small. But what if every choice we made helped to build support for our own communities, building the jobs, spaces, events, and infrastructure that ensure that we are all happier, healthier, safer, and having more fun. At the whānau, that is the kind of economy that the Greens have always worked to build. But right now, I think you know, we have quite a different kind of economy. The upside-down version, an extractive economy. We all know about the cost of living. It's a turn of phrase that's actually quite crazy when you think about it. Basic human needs have been so heavily commodified that having the resources to eat, live in a home, and pay your bills is painted as some sort of privilege. Boom! Boom, yeah. And factories are closing and jobs are disappearing and our regions are being hollowed out because energy is too expensive. We are losing our capacity to make things. We are losing our food growing capacity. Every day, powerful men are making decisions to increase the profits of a few at the top. And you pay the price. Those in power tell us this is just the way that things are. The natural order of things. They tell us it's inevitable, that we just have to suck this up. We're told this is growth. They tell us that allowing big companies to extract unlimited profits and resources will somehow create a brighter future. They promise that if those companies can just extract a little bit more, then maybe, surely, we'll get something back. Now, I can't really think of a better metaphor for this current economic insanity than AI data centres. Except, it's not really a metaphor. A massive AI data centre has just been consented down in Southland that will consume more power than nearly 300,000 homes. More energy than Hamilton. Experience overseas has shown AI data centres extract local water supplies and give back sludge. They extract an enormous toll on the power grid, driving up electricity prices for regular people and local industry. So today, the Greens are announcing our common sense call for a 1-year pause on the consenting of new AI data centres. This pause will allow New Zealanders to have a say in developing intentional regulation. Because New Zealanders deserve affordable power. They deserve clean, safe drinking water. And the Greens seem to be the only political party willing to say these things, that the real basics actually have to come first. Only once we have secured an affordable power supply for New Zealanders and the workers building things in towns all across this beautiful country, maybe then we could consider entertaining the expansion of Silicon Valley. Because evidence and experience tells us that AI data centres aren't offering long-term jobs. They extract power, they extract water, and they extract profit. The Greens choose instead to build Kiwi power, to lower bills and protect our ability to make and grow the things that New Zealanders need, to build real resilience, reducing the need for fossil fuels and reducing climate-changing emissions. Now, we can already see some attacking our position, Prime Minister, arguing that we are going to miss out on this so-called boom. But millions of people worldwide are protesting that very boom because they are watching their towns hollowed out by tech billionaires, extracting local resource to add yet another number to their already immeasurable wealth. Without any engagement with New Zealanders, this government's investment arm is seeking to try and bring in $30 billion of offshore investment to build AI data centres in our country. Yes, that is the same government that has been trying to scare all of us about our energy dry year problem. The same government is trying to entice the building of multiple hyperscale AI data centres with the energy demand equivalent to many of our cities. You just try to make sense of that. Once again, we are being asked to suspend our belief. We are being told that we need to let our environment be pillaged and our shared resources ring-fenced for private interests. We're told this is growth. Don't ask questions. But the thing about being a human is that we are not machines. We actually have this thing called free will. We have imagination and we have creativity. Every single day, we get to wake up and create the world that we want to live in. We do not have to accept the way that things are. And here's my favourite thing. My friends, we are nature. In engineering and construction, like coding and programming, everything must be perfect, replicable, neat, and orderly. But nature ain't like that. Its strength comes from how everything is slightly different. That is why biodiversity is resilient, and it's why monocultures aren't. Despite how sophisticated our species may get, despite how fancy our technology, we all come from this earth, and it is to this earth that we will return. We are, however, the first species that has managed to develop the tools that have allowed us to manipulate the climate and the natural world so profoundly. Researchers call this the Anthropocene. Human activity has become the dominant force shaping our climate, environment, and ecosystems. In order to change the world, you need more than one person doing something. You need a lot of people doing something. Some of us call this the system. That is the rules, the regulations, the economic structure, and the institutions that we live inside of. This system organises our society and produces default ways that things are done, which over time can start to feel natural. But it is important that we remind ourselves that this system is man-made. It is not inevitable. This economy is a reflection of the choices made by people in power. And probably the weirdest thing about this system is that it has come to defy human nature, let alone nature itself. To the core of my being, I understand that our human nature as New Zealanders is to care about each other and the planet that we live on. Yet we currently live, yeah, I reckon. But we currently live inside of a system that turns those basic principles, those basic realities, upside down. So just how do we change that operating system? Well, we can start by reminding ourselves of what it means to be human. We think, we feel, and we do. New Zealanders are in charge of this country. We don't need to accept the destruction of our wild spaces. We don't need to accept the record homelessness that has been created through 40 years of politicians shredding the welfare state that our great-grandparents built. That's not just vibes. Imagine everyone has an affordable and comfortable life, safe and healthy food, warm, dry homes, abundant, cheap energy, rewarding and well-paid work, and ways to get around that don't break the bank or the planet. Imagine that we not only protect nature, but that we restore our biodiversity to abundance. Imagine that we can all drink, swim, and fish in our rivers, lakes, and oceans. Because they are clean and safe, because they give life. Imagine a democracy that truly involves everyone, truly listens to what you have to say, and makes decisions, not for the elites behind closed doors and big donors, but for all of us. And it is entirely within our grasp. It is not too much to ask. We've actually done quite big things before, and boy, can we do them again. But just like the bad stuff is not inevitable, the good stuff is not inevitable either. My friends, we have to make it. And that is where the feeling part comes in. As much as modern economics textbooks would like to pretend that we are all rational men, you only need to spend a moment in the Facebook comment section to understand just how much we might all be operating from some big old emotions. No one is ever going to be able to empathize with your worldview if they feel that they are under attack. No one is ever going to be able to accept new information if they feel like they are losing. If we want to win, we got to win together. We need to understand that our success as New Zealanders is intertwined. We got to buy Kiwi-made. We have to build Kiwi-made. And that might just be what I mean when I say we are the real New Zealand First Party. Very few people have the individual net wealth needed to build a school or a hospital or to fix our creaking infrastructure. We do that together. All of us chipping in what we can to support the participation of all of us to reach our potential, not just as individuals, but as a country. You know, politics might be treated like a blood sport these days, but so clearly that is not serving anyone in the real world. So if we want to rebuild this country, and if we want to grow our green movement, our first task is building connection and building trust. And that is what I mean when I say conversations change the world. When enough New Zealanders share the same common understanding of our human nature, when enough of us are willing to work together to uphold the basic needs of all of us, we have the foundations of system change. And then we got to do it. We have to knock on doors and ring phones and campaign. We have to talk, not just to each other, but to those that we have never talked to before. And we have to listen. And in working to change the world for the better, we might just be changed for the better too. That's what it means to build community. It is not efficient or straightforward as a calculation, because it is not a computer prompt, because we are not machines. We are human, and we express that in our thinking, in our feeling, and in our doing. That is what green politics is, and that is how we build an economy and a country that works for all of us. Thank you. Thank you, e te whānau. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is now my honour and privilege to introduce you to a woman that I have worked through our Forged in Fire era with, who I have seen in the background do so much hard work that will never be reported on the front page of the newspapers. Everyone, my better half, the Honourable Marama Davidson.
Mā te oranga o te taiao, kaura ai te iwi, mō te takitini, kāre mō te toruturu anake. E tautoko ana, ahau i ngā mihi, kua mihia, e te kaiarihi takirua o te Pāti Kākariki e Chloe, tēnā koe. Tēnei o te rarawa, ngā puhi, ngā tiporau, ngā tahinga, e mihi mahana kia koutou, e hoa mā, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora. Far out, I am stoked that we are here in Manukau. My whānau has at least 5 generations of proud roots in South Auckland. My grandparents were in the waves of Māori who left their turanga waiwai from rural, isolated communities to settle here. They wanted their tamariki, their children, to reap the benefits of an English-speaking urban life. They also wanted to protect their tamariki from the violence that had seen my nana beaten at school for speaking her native reo Māori. Aroha and a desire for safety led my nana and papa with their tamariki to Otara. Now, while my grandparents did their best, they were met with the devastating economic impacts and collapse starting in the 1970s. Whānau in communities like South Auckland bore the cruel brunt of privatisation and deindustrialisation, a lack of investment in the regions and profits moving offshore. At the very time that households were feeling the misery of poverty and unemployment, politicians tore up the safety nets, like public housing and income supports that had been built over decades. It is testament to the collective care of our neighbourhoods that despite these destructive policy decisions, our South Auckland people continue to be driven by a celebration of our whakapapa and an obligation to look after each other. South Auckland and similarly neglected communities did not ever need to suffer the way they did and still do. The communities I am accountable to continue to bear the impacts of decades of exploitation and intentional discrimination. There has always been enough in Aotearoa for everyone to live good lives. It is right that we highlight that our Green Party solutions will once and for all fix the rules so resources and power are properly distributed for all of us. Now, that same destructive policy agenda over successive governments that created intergenerational hardship and ecological ruin has been cruelty on steroids under the last 3 years of this government. In their short term, we have seen this government spit on communities like those in South Auckland while they cheerlead for the super rich and big corporates. It's shame. It is shame. It does not have to be this way. Those are just political decisions. Our work is not just to get rid of that pack of untrustworthy politicians. But to put in place a truly honest government that listens to the people and prioritises the well-being of all of us and our environment. As change makers of the Green Party, whether we are co-leaders or MPs, our party leaders, our candidates, local representatives, members or volunteers, we are all continuing the mahi of so many green visionaries before us. Some of you in this room joined the Green Party of Aotearoa under the leadership of Rod Donald and Jeanette Fitzsimons, and yes, hands up, go on. And you've stood alongside the Green Party ever since. And some of you have joined the Green Party for the first time this year, and this is your first AGM. Go on. All of you, long-time OGs and innocent newborn members, are needed and appreciated. I am proud to stand alongside all of you. You inspire me. I see you in your communities showing up, having heartfelt conversations with your neighbours about what matters in their lives. I see you demonstrating through our green policies how we can build a better world for all of us. Everything has whakapapa. Understanding that whakapapa is the only way we chart our forward steps. Now, in Te Ao Māori, when people meet for the first time, our probing question is not so much, what work do you do? Instead, we ask, where are you from? What are your hapu and iwi? Where did you grow up? What are the awa and the maunga that have shaped your identity? We are wanting to understand who we are talking to in a meaningful way. And I often say that if two Māori strangers talk to each other for longer than 2 minutes, there is always a connection to be found. Mostly, the links reveal themselves much quicker. It could be through lineage or beloved homelands. It could be mutual friends or work colleagues. It could be through kaupapa and passion projects. But it is always, definitely, more than just a shared love for the Warriors. Our first objective in encounters, whether as individuals or as groups, is to establish our common ground. We create a platform for us to move forwards together. So knowing about our history as the Green Party in Parliament and the Alliance and the Value Party before that is crucial to knowing who we are now. The Green Party was forged from social justice and peace movements, from environmental movements and climate movements. The Green Party began its life as the parliamentary expression of these powerful, collective, grassroots movements of ordinary and extraordinary people. So these anchors have created the culture of our party, a culture that sees us determined to achieve enduring transformational change. We strive to address the root causes of problems besetting people and planet. We know that collective power is our enduring stronghold. No individual is above the kaupapa. Not any co-leader or MP or candidate or member of the party. Now, people, kia ora. Now, people who are not members of the Green Party yet sometimes look at our consensus decision-making processes and wonder. It's not how other political parties do it. And in a world where people are conditioned to accept the decisions made by the powerful few, it can be hard, intentionally, to see any other way. We understand that consensus decision-making is actually our superpower. It embodies our belief that we are stronger together. It harnesses the experience, expertise, and unique views of each of our members to create stronger decisions and policy. It ensures that we maintain a consistency of vision, values, and robust evidence-based policy that no other party can match. So later this afternoon, we will be distributing copies of our manifesto. Now, the manifesto was developed based on the Green Party's principles and using the very democratic membership processes we value. This isn't cooked up by a few people in the back room doing deals with corporate lobbyists. It's not. Never has been. It sets out our party's broad and bold vision for how government could work for the best interests of everyone, for future generations, and for the planet. We want to make sure everyone in Aotearoa knows what we stand for and how a green government would improve people's lives. People deserve to know our positions on the things we care about. And to sum up the Green Party priorities, today I am proud to formally launch our campaign slogan, New Zealanders care about each other and the nature we share. The Green Party has your back and a plan for people and planet to thrive. We will ensure people can live affordable lives. We will prioritise the health of nature. We will restore honest politics so decisions are made for all of us. That's us, whānau, affordable lives. That's us, affordable lives, healthy nature and honest politics for all of us. Now, when we begin negotiations to form government, our priorities will be our headline policies. These are the issues that Aotearoa needs action on now and in the next 3 years. We will ensure the super rich and big corporations pay their fair share of tax. So we can fund the critical services people rely on. We will fix the rules to care for our water so you can drink, swim and fish for generations to come. We will cut your power bills and build the renewable energy our communities deserve. So, these priorities of tax reform, protecting our waterways, and energy reform are our first 3 headline policies. There are more to come. And then the manifesto sets out our positions across a broader range of topics so people can see what we stand for. Awesome, Green Party. The thing that is unique about the Charter for the Green Party of Aotearoa New Zealand is our commitment to te tiriti o Waitangi, and this is reflected in every aspect of our policy. The rest of our Charter, our commitments to ecological wisdom, social justice, non-violence, and the appropriate decision-making I've been speaking about are the po or the bastions of our work. Now, we can create a better future, one where everyone has affordable lives, where nature is healthy and thriving, and where we keep politics honest and transparent. This is not some distant reality or social dream. It's what we are all entitled to. This is the common future that every person should be able to expect. This is the social contract that every government should have delivered on. This is the belonging and sense of home that the Green Party offers for all of us. Party vote Green!
How good was that? Our job as volunteers, as candidates and members, is to keep reminding people of these priorities and the vision that we have for our community. Thank you for being here today. Now, I understand media will be heading up for a stand-up with the co-leaders. So what I'm going to be asking is our candidates to please come to the front to take a group photo.